Hey there, my friends. This is Dave Wood, and I'm talking to you from my home out in the mountains in Costa Rica. And I wanted to have a conversation with you about a question. And that question is, are you somebody who's here to produce, or are you here to create plunder? And I'm asking this for a variety of reasons, because these are really two different strategies on how you can build a business. And this actually is the reason why I don't always jump onto everything that's being promoted in the marketplace just to make money. Because there's always a lot of things that you can do to make money at any given moment. And one of the things that you can do to really make a lot of money is every time that something comes out, you can just kind of slam that and you can promote it to your list, right? But the reality is that the better way to build a business, particularly over a long period of time, is to find a way to really root yourself into something and help a lot of people, right? No matter what that is. That is the best way to create something that is not just going to pay you today, but it's going to pay you tomorrow, it's going to pay you the next day, it's going to pay you the next month, it's going to pay you the next year. And there's two kinds of people that are in the marketplace generally. One of them are more what I would call like opportunists. And the reality is that opportunists make a lot of money. And I don't think that in a particular, on a personal note, I don't particularly have any sort of problem with somebody being an opportunist. Opportunists can create a lot of money, and they can create a lot of money like a lot of times relatively quickly. But the problem that you can run into is that in the process of making a lot of money, you can burn a lot of people out, right? So you can create an environment where I remember, I'm going to tell you a story. There was a time a long time ago that I was involved in a company. And in this company, I had earned the right to talk on a stage at this event. And I went to this event. And I was sitting there backstage with the founders of this company. I'm not going to mention their names or the company name. But I remember I was backstage with these guys, and they said, okay, how can we suck as much money as possible out of the room and get every last cent that they've got, right? And I was never exposed to this kind of crowd, and so like when I first heard this, I was like, are we gonna like help them? You know what I mean? Are we gonna give them value? And so this is the psychological difference between somebody who is really in business to plunder versus somebody who's more in business to be a producer. And they really are two totally different things. You see generally the attitude of plunder, where the attitude is to get as much as possible as fast as possible. Excuse the room. We got a helicopter flying off in the background there. If you hear that sound, that's okay. That's what that is. I have a helicopter pad actually decently close to here. But so the attitude is generally to get as much money as you can, walk on ethical boundaries. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens tomorrow. What happens is what we get today. And the producer is somebody who's like, how can I give as much value as possible to the marketplace for the longest period of time in the biggest possible way? It really is a massive difference, a massive attitude check on how you do business. And my question for you is, are you a producer, or are you somebody that plunders, right? And if you've been somebody that plunders, you can actually make a shift, and you can shift into the producer category. And the producers are the people that create companies that change the world. They're the people that create movements that affect generations. They're the people that create something that's much bigger than themselves. And so that's my question, and that's my education for you today. Are you somebody that's a producer, or are you just here to plunder? Again, this is not criticizing anybody that's in the marketplace or any opportunities that are currently in the marketplace. It was something that popped into my head. And what I'm really here to do is to really build a vision, something big, something massive, something that we can do together. And if you're interested in that and you want to be a part of the next big project that we're launching, just say, yeah, I want to be a part of that in the comments. I want to be a part of something that's great. And that's really why I haven't just slammed from thing to thing to thing to thing over the last couple of years. The reason is because I'm very selective. If I believe something has the capacity to be really great, to really serve a lot of people, then I'm all in. And that's what I'm building. That's what I'm looking for. And so if that's what you want, if you're looking for something where you can really build a massive team, if you want to do something where you have the opportunity to really create transformation, if you want to do something where you really have the capacity to do something incredible, to do something great, then let me know in the comments. Say, yeah, give me information about that. Tell me what you're doing. Now, I'm not going to necessarily give you information. I just want to see who's out there who's really ready to make a change. And if that's you, I'll see you on the beaches of the world. And I'm looking forward to it. See you later.